I would say there was a defining moment in my career, not necessarily my life, where I knew I wanted to be the top of the game. I wanted to win Olympia. I would say about halfway through my fitness routine, and I finished it, and I just felt like I was at home. I felt like I had made my name known. And that year, I actually placed 13th for my physique round and placed 4th overall that year. So I would say that moment solidified for me that I could be Miss Olympia and that I could win these titles in bodybuilding land. So the Arnold Sports Festival is one of the largest sporting events in the world. So to be chosen or invited, as usually it's between 10 and 15 athletes, is a very, very big honor. I would say in the industry, it's right under Olympia. So Olympia is the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. Arnold's Ohio is going to be right underneath that. So winning that title in the industry is huge. This is going to be my 5th Arnold Classic. So I've placed 8th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 2nd. So the past 2 years, 2023, 2024, was 2nd place. Hoping, yeah, 1st place this time. I would say there's a lot of misconceptions within bodybuilding and becoming an Olympian. But I would say the biggest one is that it takes time. And a lot of people who get into the industry think that, you know, they're gonna climb the ranks pretty quickly. This is my 10th season in bodybuilding, my 8th season professionally. So it's taken me time to build my physique, build my routines, build my reputation, and make my way to the top and kind of climb and crawl my way to the top. I also think that your environment, whoever you surround yourself with, is who makes or breaks you. I'm not saying that it's not an individual sport, it is, but your environment is so crucial, and I have an amazing team. I come from a very, very good family. Both my parents are at every single show. Both my sisters are at every single show. I've got my choreographer, my coach, my massage therapist, my acupuncturist, my doctor. So there's a whole team that goes into getting me ready for a show personally. And I think that sometimes people surround themselves around maybe negativity or people who aren't as motivated and disciplined as them, and that really makes or breaks you. When I first started bodybuilding, I would say success to me was winning, doing my routine really well, posing correctly, accomplishing each step during my prep, you know, making sure I got my meals and making sure I got my cardio done. It was very much surface. And I would say now that I've grown in the industry, grown as a woman, it's more about my mental health and my mind game and how far can I push myself and how much growth can I have in each prep. And I have different parameters for success, whether it's I'm much calmer this prep, which is super huge in getting ready for a show. All the things that maybe people don't think on the outside. It's not so much my training or my cardio, it's more mentally how I'm feeling, physically how I'm feeling, and finding the small success daily and finding the positives. I think sometimes when we're competitive humans, when we grow up as competitive athletes, we're always finding how can we push more? What can we do to be better, 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 better? But sometimes it's stepping back and looking at all the work that I've done and really appreciating my body every night for getting me to where it's gotten me, and just knowing that, yes, I can push further, but also knowing how much hard work I've put in daily to get to where I've gotten. So I've been in fitness pretty much for the past, let's see, God, 20 years, 18 years. So I started as a personal trainer as I progressed in bodybuilding. study nutrition and sports nutrition. And so then I created my own company of fitness nutrition specialty. And so I work with clients virtually, online, in person, but that's about 50% of my life, and then the other 50% is bodybuilding. So I kind of split my days with my life and my career in bodybuilding, and then my clients and my fitness nutrition career. I've never worked out of fitness, I guess, solely. I did a lot of other jobs. I was a gymnastics teacher, I taught dance, I was in real estate, but always underlying was in fitness and dance.
So you egg whites, but then like a full egg?
Yeah, 4 egg whites and one full egg.
So like a science behind that, or just like more for macros?
Well, that's all science. The yolk contains the fat, the whites do not. So you remove the yolk from the whites and it's less calories and a less fat content. Well, in my opinion, it's too many calories and too many fat calories for most people.
Right.
So you're eating way more than you probably are burning. I eat the same foods all throughout the year and throughout prep. It's 365 days a year. Just my food choices vary as I get closer to shows. So it really depends on what my coach says and what my physique is like and how close we are to shows, what foods we remove or keep in. But this is my breakfast 365 days a year, pretty much. So I'm having egg whites and an egg and then oatmeal. And then I'm gonna have 20 ounces of Ultima with that. So Ultima is one of my sponsors. That's the only one that, I use EVOGEN, some of their vitamins this morning. I'm sponsored by them as well, but they don't have any food that I'm eating this morning. And then for my meals throughout the day, Megafit meals. Oh, I'm actually wearing the shirt. They sponsor me for all my other meals. This is the Ultima. I'm using raspberry for this morning. Always, every morning. And I just do 1 scoop in 20 ounces of water. And I usually cook as fast as possible because I'm really hungry when I come home. Oh, and I also usually line up all my supplements the night before so that I have them all. This is my thyroid medication. You're supposed to take it 20 minutes before you eat. It's not gonna be 20 minutes, but it's close. So balancing nutrition throughout the year depends on where I am in competition season. When I'm in my competition prep season, there's no real balance, so to speak. I pack my meals, I bring them. Nothing derails me from my plan. If I have a wedding or a bar mitzvah or a concert, I just pack my food or I time out my meals so that I'm not missing them. I would say for me, food is not a crutch or an emotional thing anymore. So I think, years past, maybe I would be like an emotional eater way back when in college. But I've learned that food is fuel. Food will always be there. So, just because there's an event that has free food doesn't mean I need to eat it all. So for me, I follow the plan. So my coach, Damian Segovia, he will take the reins on nutrition, and I do meal plan nutrition. I don't do macros. So he gives me the meal plan and I just follow suit. So depending on what my physique looks like, depending on how close we are to a show, how much body fat I have, we either decrease food, increase cardio. So my food stays pretty much the same as far as what options I'm eating. Sometimes some things will get pulled, like maybe if I'm having an apple, that'll get pulled, or if I'm eating, more rice on one day than sweet potatoes, those will get switched out. But the food stays the same, and it just depends on what I look like and what my coach says, and that's what we do. So for my meals, Megafit Meals delivers my meals weekly, and right now I just get protein from them. So I get grilled chicken, ground chicken and ground beef right now, and those are my staples. And then my vegetables and carbs, I just go to the grocery store and get. So I'm actually running out of a couple things today, so I'm gonna go hit the grocery store before my next meal and before my workout, just so I have everything. I have time right now. So right now I'm just grabbing one avocado. I have some at home, but they're not ripe yet, so I just need one that's ripe. And I really just learned how you're supposed to tell if they're ripe. I still don't really know how. I just squeeze them and I think that's right. They're supposed to be really soft, I guess. I did not know that. This one's good. So I buy all my vegetables pre-cut because I think that it's easier, and they're in microwavable bags. I know someone's gonna come at me for using these bags of plastic, oh, blah, 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 microwave. I get it, it's what I do. Don't judge me. Having sweet potatoes. That's good. Usually when I go to the grocery store and I buy everything I need, like all the carbs that I need, then my diet gets cut and then I have too much food. So I'm learning to buy less. The good thing about eating minimal foods is your grocery shopping is really quick. It's funny because where I live in New York City, our grocery stores are super small, so they don't have all these things out like this. It's fun to look at. I don't carry around gallons of water like most bodybuilders. I just use water bottles or 20-ounce cups. So at home I have like a faucet that I can get filtered water, but here I don't have that, so I'm grabbing these to just put in the kitchen. That's pretty much it. That's also the thing about the foods that I buy, they're never on sale. You never get a discount. So I'm just getting meal 2 ready. This is gonna be broccoli, cauliflower, Megafit chicken, and sweet potato. So Megafit chicken comes frozen to me, and I get the a la carte. So it is a pound of chicken, already pre-made. It's delicious. It's my favorite chicken. I actually don't use and or like any other chicken. So I measure all of my food out. Right now we're doing 5 ounces of chicken.
Well, even a little piece like that you just cut off makes all the difference.
Well, I mean, this meal maybe not, but it adds up over time. So you don't want to keep going, 5 ounces over here and there, or I'm sorry, 0.5 ounces over and over, because by the end of the day, it adds up to 3 ounces, and that adds up to more calories than you're supposed to be eating.
Where are you training today?
We're gonna train legs today. I think primarily quads, but we'll see what happens. I had an extra day off yesterday from lifting. We usually do legs on Mondays, but I was really sore, so I'm not sure what's in store for me. I don't really have much going on in my mind when I step into the gym as far as like preparing. It's more just like work. I always say it's kind of like brushing my teeth. I just get in and go. So I think I just think about my goals and what I'm trying to work on, what muscle group I'm working on for that day, and just trying to get the most efficient workout and get in and get out, and that's all. Yummy. Oh, I would say a common misconception, at least for me as a professional athlete, that most people think is that I spend hours and hours and hours in the gym all year long. My training as I progress in my prep gets a little bit longer because I'm doing more cardio, more steps, more recovery, foam rolling, ice baths, all that kind of stuff. But year round, my lifts are anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes, and my cardio depends on my day. Sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes it's an hour. So I'm not in the gym for 20 hours a day working out. So I don't particularly think there's any must-do exercise or any exercise that someone has to do in order to build their physique. I personally have a lot of injuries, so what one person may do that they think is a must-do exercise, I may not even do at all. So I don't think there's any exercise that you have to do. I would say hitting muscle groups from different angles, making sure that you have proper form, you're really stretching out the muscle before you contract it. Those are all really important things to do. I would say exercises that I personally think are a no-go would be a behind the neck pull down, upright row, chair dips. I think those are just really injury provoking. I'm more corrective exercise, injury prevention, so all those aren't my favorite. I don't know that I look at any of my choices as sacrifices. I think I look at them as just choices. I made a choice to compete as an athlete at a very, very high level, and that comes with other choices, whether it's me bringing food to a wedding or me not traveling at a certain time, going to holidays and not eating with everyone else, drinking with everyone else. I would say those are just my choices. I don't know that I look at any of this as a sacrifice because it's brought me to where I am today. I mean, yeah, I think it's just was my choice to be an athlete, and I put my all into it, and I love what I'm doing, and I think I've accomplished a lot doing it. So to me, there's no sacrifice. So every choice that I made was worth it. I would like my legacy to be people remembering me as a person who went after what she wanted, who didn't compromise herself, her character, her morals, just representing for women that you can be strong and demanding and dedicated and go after your goals. Thank you so much to everyone who watched this video today and for all the love and support over the years, your comments, your messages, your likes on Instagram and YouTube. I truly appreciate it. You can watch the Arnold Sports Festival online live, and you can look for that link on arnoldsports.com, and there'll be like a live link that you can click on to see me perform. It is going to be Friday, February 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then finals are at 7 p.m. And then if you want to find me and message me on Instagram, it's Jaclyn Baker_. And as always, thank you so much for the love and support, and I'll see you on stage.